Hi everyone, Krishna this side. In this video, I just want to cover this number of good pairs problem from the lead code. It is problem number 1512. So let's go through the problem statement. So we have given an array of integer nums and we need to return good pairs. A pair I and j is called good pairs if nums of I equals nums of j and I less than j. So if we consider this example, this one occurred how many times, based on that we can maintain the pairs, right? So even three appeared more than once, so that is another good pair. So two is not appeared more than once, so it is not considered as in a good pair. Okay, so if we look into this one and this one is actually one good pair, another this and this is another good pair, so this is also falls under the same condition, so this is also another good pair, and this three and this three are another good pair. So in total, four good pairs are there. So that's what we need to just simply return. So yeah, how we can solve this one is, right, in the if we look into the brute force approach, we will simply run a for loop, and for each index we will check if the number is appearing any time ahead in this for loop. If it is appearing, we will simply add it into the answer. So we will run two for loops and we will keep on checking them if the number is appearing uh, in the array or not. Okay, so ultimately that is going to be like n square time complexity, but we can further improve it. Okay, since it is like occurrence of any numbers more than once kind of category. So if we are having any frequencies that we need to consider and all, then these type of problems basically falls under the hash map. Yeah, so we can consider hash map and we can improve the this n square complexity to big O of n, considering the space will going to take big O of n, but yeah, that will at least improve the time complexity. Okay, so yes, how can we do it, right? Like we can consider hash map. We will put any digit that is not available in a hash map, and at any point in time, if the number is appearing, so we will just increment the counter of that number, and that we will consider this whatever the new counter is there, we will simply add it into the answers that we have. Okay, so that's what we can do. That is the approach. So if we look into the constraint, so the number's length is actually less than or equals to 100. So and even the numbers are less than or equals to 100. So what we can do is, instead of considering a hash map, we can simply consider an array. Okay, so that is also like we just want to maintain the counter of these numbers, right? So we can simply consider an array, and instead of having the hash map, we will keep on maintaining their counters, and we will keep on calculating the answer. So let's go through this particular example. What I'm trying to say, I'll explain you guys, and then we will simply solve this. Okay, so see, now one actually appeared once. So in a array of number which at the first index it will be 0 by default, so that counter will get updated to 1, and we will add so first what we will do is we will check whatever the value that is available in the number, or even see this whatever the idea thought process we get, right? Like how we can consider that, right? So we are supposed to at any number of times these numbers, how many times the number appeared, that many times the answer is getting incremented, right? So the counter whatever we are considering into this array, that is something what we are keep on adding into the answer. So how is that happening, right? So if we consider by default the answer is 0 for this one, so once we got another one, the answer is 1, right? So another one if we got, now the answer is going to be this pair, and lastly the first and this third index, right? So that is going to be 3, and if we consider another one, that is going to be now 6, right? So if another one if we have, then the answer is going to be 10. So if we look, right, so at any point in time, if any number appearing again, so what we are doing is basically whatever the counter we have initially, we are just adding we are maintaining an answer. Okay, in the answer we are just adding these counters that we are holding for these numbers. Okay, so currently the value is 0, so 0 is been added, the answer is actually 0 now. Okay, and the ones in the one, the counter is actually 0 by default. Now it got updated to 1 the moment we got this one. Okay, now once we got another one, whatever the value that we have, first we add it into the answer. Okay, in the answer we have added, so the answer plus yeah, plus the counter value that we have, that is going to be 1, and in the answer now it is been updated to 1. Okay, now the counter get incremented to 2 the moment we got another one. If we got whatever the value the counter that we have, we are adding it, right? So if we look here it is difference of 1, here it is difference of 2, here it is difference of 3, here it is difference of 4. So this difference is nothing but the counter value that we are having it, right? The moment we got another one, we are just simply adding it into the answer. So that's what we are doing it, right? So now one the counter is actually 2, that's what we will add it into the answer. So answer plus 2, that is going to be basically 1 plus 2 is going to be 3, right? So 3 is what we get if 3 digits we have. Now the counter we updated into the 3. Now the moment we got another one, so we simply add this 3 into this one, and the answer is 6, and we simply update this one. Okay, so that's what we are doing it, right? So the constraint also saying that like numbers are actually relying under the 100, so we can simply maintain an array nums. Okay, nums is already there, so I'll name it as array, which is having length of 100, and by default each index is having value 0. So let us consider it as 101. I don't want to make it changing. So we'll start from 0th index, or else let's get the num only from nums. What we'll do is we will have another answer equals 0 by default. This answer we will keep on adding the counter of these numbers. Okay, from the nums of num, whatever the counter we at any point in time, we whatever the value we get, we will update this nums of array. So if num is actually 1 in the nums of sorry, it is not going to be nums, it is array. In the array of first, we are adding the value and we are incrementing it. Okay, so simply if we do this type of incrementation, the first whatever the value that is there, it will get added into the answer, then this value further after this plus plus, it will get updated. Okay, so simply that's what we are doing. So yeah, that's all. Like we at the end we return the answer, and let's run this one. So see, if constraint they are saying like this, okay, and sorry, if they are saying constraint like this, and we are having a scenario where we need to consider the frequencies and all, then we simply can maintain an array. Okay, so same goes with even if a string related question is there, we can consider 26 size of character array, and we can deal with this type of problems. Okay, instead of considering HashMap, consider this type of arrays, so that it will be much faster compilation time and all. So yeah, that is better than the HashMap solutions. Okay, so that's all. Let's look into another problem, and I'll upload another video. Okay, yeah, bye bye.